Hello guys!
Hello everyone!
Welcome back to our new episode. We hope you had a good week. We sure did. Today it's a little bit windy, so we hope it won't affect the sound too much. And well, these past few weeks we got a lot of new followers here, a lot of new faces following us. So we think it's about time we reintroduce ourselves and tell a little bit of our history again. So, to do that, well, I'm Philip,
I am Anjul.
and we live here with our three children, Paulina, Jan, and Gabriel. So, don't worry, there will be animals and wildlife this video, but while we are talking, at some point we are going to show you some animals. And well, to start, we are now 8 months roughly in our project here, living off grid, growing our food forest. And the most important thing first, we are still very happy with our decision. It was the best decision we could take. And so far there has been problems, but still we are convinced that we are on a very good way. We made very good progress. Well, but start at the beginning with our history. 8 months we are here. The final decision to do that step we took like 1 year ago when we were still living in Germany, and we said, okay, we are going to do that. We buy plane tickets to Colombia, and we sell all we got, and then we will see. We wanted to live in the countryside again. We wanted to have our own land again, and we wanted to live close to the ocean. That was like, it was not necessary, but if it was possible, we really wanted to live close to the coast and in hot climate.
Yay!
So, like in, I think, October or November last year, we had our flight and we came to Colombia with only 4 suitcases, everything we got left. And we did a little tour over Colombia, and in the end we ended up in Antioquia, in Necoclí, quite close to Panama. And here we are. Well, before we have been living 4 years in Germany. And in Germany we got our youngest one, Gabriel, and I basically did various jobs, like 9 to 5 jobs. And yeah, what we did and what kept us going was we had our vegetable garden where we had to, during from spring to autumn we had a lot of vegetables, and basically we didn't have to buy any vegetables for like half of the year maybe. So that was our motivation there. But all the time we were like, no, we regret our decision, because before we lived in Germany, we have been living in Colombia for the first time for me. And yeah, we had our own land, we had a little coffee farm, and yeah, we're doing our thing, our project there. But when we got Jan, our second child, we were a little bit preoccupied for the health, education, and all that stuff. And yeah, we took the decision to move to Germany. And in the course of the 4 years in Germany, we slowly realized that it was not what we wanted for us, and also it was not what we wanted for the children. So yeah, we took the decision to sell everything and start all over again. And now we are back here. Yep. So now we can tell you a little bit about the beginnings of our project. We don't have any municipal water here. Like, water is the biggest issue, I would say. And when we were visiting the land before buying, they showed us some water holes, 2 of them,
Never dry.
and they said they never try. Um, like at least one of them is like a natural water source, and it never tries. The other one, they said while they were living, it never tried, but it could try. So we were like just arriving here with a small tank, and we thought, well, if we have a natural source, we don't need a big tank or anything. But it was a lie. There was no natural water source, and when we came here, they used up all the water, and we were completely dry. So the first time we had to go to a little stream downhill and carry water up, just like for washing, for showering, and that stuff. But for drinking, we had to buy. We didn't want it to drink that water, and for drinking, we had to buy plastic bags full of water and carry them uphill. So our first challenge was to solve this problem, and well, we are not completely happy with how it's now, but we are a lot better now. Over time, we got 3 big water tanks. One thanks to crowdfunding, which was amazing. We got more smaller tanks for our drinking water, and what the most important thing for that was that we had to canalize the complete roof of our house. It's quite a big roof, so you can collect a lot of water, and we have a kitchen apart, and from the kitchen we also collect the water. So if there's a big rain, we can collect a lot of water. So yeah, at least for now, we think we are prepared. It depends if the dry season extends a lot. It could be problematic still. So we still have to get more tanks. I think more ways to store water, and it's not only us; it's also the land. Uh, we are planting a lot of stuff, so also the land needs
Water.
yeah, needs help during this dry season. So one of the first things we did was to dig a pond, which, yeah, the pond is nice and it filled up, but it doesn't keep all the water. It's just, yeah, it's like 20 centimeters of water, and the rest just drains. So we still have to work on that. But what else we did was we started making a lot of swales where we can trap more rainwater and filling it up with organic matter, also to slow down the water even more, which we think will help the land a lot to not dry too quickly during dry season. Also, we try to keep the whole place always covered with leaves, organic matter, and things like that at all times, to never let the soil too exposed to the sun. So that's also a part of our concept. For that, we showed in a prior video the banana plants are like our number one source for organic matter on the ground. They are amazing for that. When we received our land, basically it was a monoculture plantain production here. There's some like a good thing is there's a big mango tree, a huge mango tree, a huge guamo tree, and a little bit something else, but basically it's monoculture plantain. So our path is also to change it up, to make it a food forest, like a forest, not a monoculture. And so in these first 8 months, like we started like 4 months ago when it started raining. We have been planting well, I would say at least 300 trees now, different trees, um, many fruit trees, but not only, we also planted native trees, um, yeah, a lot of different stuff. And we have been planting herbs all over, peppers all over. We are trying to have a lot more flowers all over. We are having all the
Pumpkins.
pumpkins, yeah, which is also like part of our concept to cover the ground, which pumpkin serves very well for that. We are trying to let the native flora regrow here, like all these native plants, because it's also great for the for the wildlife to come back and to have more balanced wildlife here. Um, yeah, we have been planting a lot of yucca because it also first it's food for us, and if there's too much, we can still sell it. And second, it helps a lot to break up a little bit the soil, which is very hard. So yeah, it's also good for that. Yucca, we have been planting a lot of yam, and which is great because you can store it a long time. So that's a great thing. And also sweet potatoes, we have been planting a lot. Um, in now, since the rain started, we have been planting our corn, a lot of corn, which was difficult because the birds, they really like it. We lost a lot of corn to the birds, but we are convinced as soon as we have more fruit trees and in general more food growing everywhere, yeah, there's more variety of food for the birds, so they won't have to attack the corn only. So we probably will have also more corn for us. um, we have been planting with the corn a lot of beans, which is like beans is also like for us, it's amazing because we like eating beans. We eat beans almost every day, and it's also a great food to store. It's very easy to store. We just need like a airtight container, and if we have the beans right, we can store them for a very long time, which is amazing. Yeah, we also started to do our permaculture garden for more vegetables, and yeah, we are collecting food from our garden, but it's not like we want it to be. But it's not as easy. There's a lot of work to do, so we can't dedicate too much time just for the garden, because there are like bigger tasks for us. um, and also like it I think it takes time for the soil to get better. So what we are doing is constantly mulching and fertilizing our garden patches. So when we have the time, that it's at least it's prepared in the garden. And also we have to say that like 98% of all the trees we planted, we got from seed. We didn't buy any saplings or anything. We got all our trees from seeds, and we also concentrated there on planting trees which we know are growing here. Like we, at the beginning, we planted 2 avocados, which we got from the market, but all the rest we got avocados from our neighbor and planted trees with these seeds. We got the water apples from seeds from the neighbor, mangoes from local seeds, breadfruit from local seeds, zapote, mamoncillo, and all these trees. We collected the seeds here, and we know these trees are growing well here, so we start with that. And now, concerning the trees, we can like focus on collecting or hunting for some more special stuff. So we always have to keep an eye open, and we are finding stuff just by walking around and looking. That's how we get our seeds basically, and asking around. So we started all this project basically with our savings and all the money we got from selling all our belongings. And well, we were calculating with the different prices. Also in Colombia, everything became so much more expensive. And it's still getting more expensive, the food, everything. So our income in this moment is basically we used to sell plantain and yuca. um, but well, all the prices are going up. But when we buy stuff, for the stuff we buy, but for the stuff we sell, it's not going up the same way. It's getting better. They are paying us better prices, but it's not like increasing the same way like our expenses increase. And especially we have a lot of chickens, and especially the price for the food is going up like crazy. It's yeah, it's became almost impossible for us to pay. So a while back we took the decision, no, we are not going to sell our plantain, our yuca anymore, and we have to use it all here. Like this money that we get by selling it, I think we can save a lot more money if we keep it here. We are feeding our chickens, and we completely stopped buying flour. For example, we are now making our own flour out of the yuca and out of the plantains we are producing here. We are using so much more of it. So yeah, we are convinced that in this moment it just saves us more money leaving it here than taking it to the village and selling it. At the beginning we told you we are going to show you about the wildlife, and the wildlife is one thing we love here. All these birds, like the macaws, it's amazing. All these birds, so many butterflies, the lizards, so many different type of lizards. Also the snakes, they are so beautiful. There are some you need to be really careful of, but they are just beautiful. And each of these animals, also the spiders, I got bitten once, and it's really not nice experience. But if you have like respect and are careful, each of these animals also has its function, and we need all of them because we want a good balance. But there are also like these difficult things concerning the wildlife,
Like the cat.
like wild cat. We saw them once or twice. It's very difficult. They are very shy. It's very hard to spot them. But we saw them once. It's a beautiful animal, and we really love to have them around. Um, so it happened a lot to us that we lost chickens. Also, there's some wild dogs, which they look like just like foxes. Well, they're not like this red orange. They are more like gray, but they look just like foxes. But we looked it up, and actually these wild dogs. We can show you footage of them. It's like you spot them and they're gone already. But yeah, that's like the predators here, which make it difficult to have animals. Especially in the beginning, we were losing a lot of animals. Now I think we have it a little bit better under control.
The birds of prey are
Also, yeah, there are lots of birds like the gavilan, which well, when as soon as the chickens are at a certain size, they can't take them anymore. But especially the small ones, they are always in danger. But in general, we mentioned these negative sides, but we just love the wildlife here, and we got to see monkeys, which is very sad. Everybody is cutting down their trees, and yeah. So when we got here, quite shortly after we got here, we saw the monkeys, the titis, which are I think in danger of extinction. And well, that was the only time when I was fishing I saw another type of monkey. But if everybody continues cutting down the trees, I think we are very pessimistic that we will see a lot more monkeys, and it's just so sad. So yeah, we are like the only ones planting trees. Everyone around is just cutting them down without planting any new ones. So one of the big aims, or yeah, of our project for us is to be a lot more self-sufficient, to produce basically all of our food in the end. And we have been making a lot of progress concerning this. It's going a lot of like each week we have to buy less stuff. Yeah, as we already mentioned, we are doing our own flour, so that's a big advantage. Like we are making bread, we are making arepas, pizza, like tortillas. We are making so much cakes, of course, cakes, which is also still our plan that at some point we can sell cakes, which is something we like a lot. Yeah, we don't need gas because we are cooking with the wood. We have our own water here. it's not the biggest variety we have, but we already are collecting a lot of food. And now, um, well, the plantain we didn't plant them ourselves, but like most of the rest now we are collecting is food that we have been planting ourselves. So yeah, and as I told you, the garden isn't even working right now. We also have like now spinach growing, a lot of herbs, and so that we also have greens in our food. So it's getting a lot better. So we are very happy with how it's going. And yeah, as we told you, most of the stuff like all the fruit trees are coming. So in the next years there will be so much more food coming. Like the sweet potatoes we have been planting, the yam, like the pumpkins, all of that stuff. There will be coming so much more. Yucca that we have been planting will be coming so much more as well. What we are collecting now is just the start of it, a little start, and there will be coming so much more. For us both, it's the first time living in the climate. We are still pretty much in this like observing phase, like getting to know the climate, getting to know all the conditions we are dealing with here. We are still in this like where if there's water, where's the water running, which are like the problematic zones of our land. Like observing all this and searching for solutions, and also yeah, we need to find the right plants which are growing now easily for us. Yeah, as we said, for now we need to concentrate on this stuff that we know will work, and later on we are doing the more sophisticated stuff for sure. So and now we can also maybe look a little bit ahead and tell you a little bit about what we have in the planning for the future. So one thing we definitely will have to do at some point is to work a little bit on the house. We already completely like redesigned the kitchen, and we made our own oven and a new stove, and new walls, new roof, and everything. But we will also have to like change at least the walls of the house at some point and fix the floor a little bit. Like we are alright with the earthen floor. It's not the best, but it's okay. We are fine with that. But at least we will have to level it a little bit. Yeah, there's just so much more stuff has been on our priority list, so that was not on top. But at some point we will have to do. Yeah, as usually, always the budget. Our budget is limiting us a lot. One thing we want to do is goats. We want to have some goats, not too
Yay.
many, but yeah. So we can have some milk. We can make cheese and this stuff. Yeah, that's definitely something we want. It we have been planning for next year already, but I don't think if it's still realistic. Maybe not. Maybe it will be at a later point. But yeah, that's definitely something we want to have. Yeah, we will have to continue on the water problem, finding more ways to store water, getting some more tanks. Yeah, finishing swales, having ponds, all that stuff. We will continue growing trees, of course. Like we already planted a lot, but for the next year, for this year, won't plant anymore because it's getting too close to dry season. But for next year, we are planning to sow a lot more cocoa trees, for example. We already planted like I don't know 30, 40 cocoa trees maybe, and we want to plant a lot more because it's great like in between the bigger trees, in the shade of the bigger trees, cocoa grows very nicely. And also more trees, as we said, we are constantly looking for like new fruits and stuff. We now have a connection where we might get some rambutan seeds, and mangosteen is definitely on the list. Yeah, we already told you the garden. At some point, we want to have a garden full of vegetables as well. Yeah, we hope in the future we can soon have our first own eggs. We are waiting like
Too long.
yeah. we hope that is soon happening, and yeah, that we can get like a good rotation of having our own little chicks and eating some chicken from time to time, and also like self-sufficiency. Well, we say off grid. We are not of the electrical grid, but we don't have running water, for example. We don't have a well or anything. So I think it's legitimate talk about off grid. But yeah, our plan definitely is also to have own solar power. I think the conditions here are very good for that. Just we need to have more knowledge about it, and yeah, as with the house, it's the same. Just it's also a problem of our budget, um, which is so limited. So it's also like a big inversion, of course. I guess that's it so far. But if you have any questions or want to know more about a certain topic, you can also just ask us, and yeah, we will answer you. We will tell you more about it, of course. And yeah, we also want to thank everybody who's following us so far on this journey via the social media like YouTube and Instagram. We already met like quite a lot very nice people.
Yeah.
That's amazing. We love that. And there's so much help also coming our way, as we said, through crowdfunding. We could get one of these water tanks, which is absolutely amazing. So thank you all very much for yeah, accompanying us on our journey, and it also gives us a lot of motivation. The nice words we get, yeah, it we really like that a lot. We appreciate it a lot. We are very grateful for that. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
And yeah, in return, if you like our videos, you can leave us a like, leave us the thumb up, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't done it yet. And you see, we have a lot of projects
In common.
we want to do, and we have a very small budget. So if you want to help us out, we are also very grateful for that. Yeah, we have a page on where you can buy us a virtual coffee if you want to help us out, and you can find the link in our video description. So thank you again for watching, and that's it for this week. We hope you are going to have a nice week, have a nice weekend, and we really hope to see you again next week. So bye bye.
Bye.